Apuc is feared in Mayan mythology as the god of death and the ruler of Mitnal, the deepest and darkest region of Xibalba, the Mayan underworld. Xibalba is depicted as a place fraught with trials and perils, a purgatory where souls endure challenges to determine their fate. As its ruler, Apuc oversees the realm of the dead and is tasked with overseeing the passage of souls to the underworld. He is viewed as an unforgiving and nightmarish figure, representing death in its most brutal and inescapable guise. One of the god's duties is to bring justice to the souls of the deceased, subjecting them to trials that decide whether they will be redeemed or stay in the depths of the Xibalba. This trial procedure makes Apuc a key figure in the cycle of existence. The Maya believed that death was a transition, not a definitive end, and Apuc represents this passage between the world of the living and the realm of the dead. While feared, he is nevertheless a vital presence who keeps the cycle of life and death going. Representations of Apuc show him as a gruesome and macabre figure, reinforcing his role as the god of death. He is often portrayed with corpse-like or decomposing skin, decked out with bones, skulls, and symbols of death and putrefaction. Apuc appears in many depictions wearing skulls as ornaments, or even with a skull-shaped face, stressing his close connection to death and decay. Apuc's trials are dreaded in myths for their brutality and intricacy. They include mazes of utter darkness, rooms overflowing with rivers of blood, and scorching areas where souls must survive the intense heat. These trials are also psychological and bring the dead up against their greatest fears and failings in life. In some myths, souls face challenges where their wit and courage are tested, as Apuc tries to assess both the physical strength and moral resilience of those who enter its realm. Each ordeal is a stage of purification and judgment, through which souls prove whether they are fit to ascend or whether they should remain in the underworld. He is not just an executioner, but also a watchful and appraising figure. Succeeding or failing in the trials decides the fate of the souls. The ones who fail are doomed to wander the depths of Mitnal, suffering eternally, while those who succeed may find some sort of redemption or liberation. These trials provide an opportunity for transformation. The journey through Xibalba and Apuc's tests are a warning to the living that the cycle of life and death demands courage, honor, and spiritual preparation. With his ruthless judgment, the god embodies the severity of death, but also the complex nature of a transition that purifies and renews. As Lord of Death and the Underworld, Apuc was a key presence in Mayan funeral ceremonies. They believed that a safe and peaceful crossing to Xibalba required honoring Apuc and soothing his fearsome nature. Funeral rituals were moments of deep reverence and preparation, where the community came together to help the soul of the deceased on their journey through the underworld. The ceremonies featured offerings to Apuc, such as food, drink, and small valuables, which were placed next to the body. These gifts were meant to please the gods and ensure that he would not torment the soul during their transition.